We're here today talking to a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, with us now is Boyd Melson. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for welcoming me and having me on here to speak about what's important to my life.
Now, we met at a charity event. We were both co-MCs, and we had a great synergy. And what I learned about you is you're a little different than your average boxer. Well, maybe I should say you're a lot of different. But the reason that you fight is for charity. Tell us about why you do what you do.
I donate everything that I earn in the ring to a specific clinical trial that one of Christopher Reeve's advisors, named Dr. Wise Young, has been coordinating to try to bring here to the U.S. for a good amount of years, where they're going to be injecting umbilical cord stem cells donated after babies were born into people with human beings with spinal cord injuries. And somebody very dear in my life who I met many years ago, who I was romantic with for some time, she broke her neck when she was 10 years old. And I remember after about a year being with her, I made the promise to her that I'll never give up on you walking again for as long as you want to keep walking. And this led me to this moment of many scars, many torn ligaments, torn joints.
And you kept your word. You're keeping your word continuously.
Yes, ma'am, I promised her.
And I get your commitment because you're a Westpoint graduate.
Yes, I am. Very proud of it. Class of 2003. Our class motto is 2003, Protectors of the Free. I speak to my mother about this. I believe protecting the free is not just protecting, it's protecting humanity from what has happened, what is happening, and what may happen. And right now with people who are paralyzed, people were injured. They're still injured. They're getting injured today. And for those who are going to be injured tomorrow, if we find this cure today, they don't become prisoners in their body for a life sentence.
So it's spinal cord injury.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your champion for you.
Yes, ma'am. And Team Fight to Walk is Team Fight to, every word spelled out, walk is our, because it's a team. It's humanity coming together. No one single person is going to do this, and we have to live off the values that we share this planet at every single moment. And service to the person to the left and right of you is service to the world and the spirit of love that this world embodies.
What does it take to be a champion? What's your daily ritual? What is how are you eating? How are you working out? How are you training? What does it take?
Well, I don't know what, any champion's so relative. I mean, a father is his son and daughter's champion.
Correct.
And so it's all, I think what it's making a choice to believe in something, and you die by that choice. And that's what that is, any choice. You make it and you believe in it, and hopefully that choice is righteous, and hopefully that choice emits love on a very high vibration so everybody could match it. And you just stick to it. You hold on to that choice the same way a mother's holding on to her baby, trying to protect it. And that's what I believe makes it. And then everything involved with holding on to that choice are the everyday things you go through. But the idea first is seeing that one image in your mind and promoting love while you're doing it. And you got to die by it. You got to be willing to die. You have to go all in.
When we were emceeing the event for March of Dimes, one of the things that you shared is that your mom is there for you. Like, she's just like a trooper, right? So at what age did you realize that you were gifted with a really cool mom? Do you know when you started appreciating her?
There's a really funny video on YouTube of me being about 4.
Okay.
And I'm too big for a high chair, yet I was put in it. And she's forcing me to eat a lot of food. It's really funny. You just type in Boyd Melson, a big picture with a little curly blonde with big eyeballs. I tell my parents, not just my mother, but my father, when I was in the amateurs, he flew to every single country when I was on Team USA to watch me compete. He flies in for every single fight. Right now, we plan on making a push to run for office in 2018. And it's his life right now. And our whole network of people we're interacting with, to be influential, to let them know that this is what the intentions are, God willing, Congress, with the ultimate goal for 2018. They both show me every single moment, through example, what it means to love unconditionally and the template for being a parent. My father always said, every man can be a father if they have a child, but not every man could be a daddy. And my mother is a mama. I don't ever call her mom. Mom is, I don't know you. If your name is mom, you're my mama, mommy,
Yep.
pops, daddy, endearing terms. I'm mixed of black and white in our culture. That's on that side of my culture. That's what we go. It's endearing terms that we use.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So tell us about the moment when you won this. What was that like for you when you're like, it happened? It became a reality for you.
I know when I got home that night, I didn't sleep. I never sleep the night after the fight. I stayed on my couch watching television, left it on my lap, and every like 20 minutes I just looked down and I was like, oh my, how did this get here? Because I didn't start boxing until my freshman year at Westpoint. It's a mandatory gym class for all males at all the military academies. I had no desire. I just found something and I was pretty good at it, and then I found out you could try to earn a spot on the Olympic team and do it full time in the Army. And I owed 5 years following Westpoint, so I did that. And then I was done. But then I found out about this clinical trial needing to have funds raised for it. And I figured I can find a way by using my abilities, holding that vision for where I need to be, and risking everything. And this is what I have, this is what I can do well. I can create a synergy within myself of my speaking abilities, my determination, leading by example of giving and putting myself on the line to throw people with harm's way coming. I never did that to think that this would manifest itself, but it offered itself. I had Army Reserve duty for 4 days, because I'm a captain still in the reserve, leading into this. I had a fight on a Thursday. I had Army Reserve duty the week before, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in New Jersey. I had to be on Wednesday, 154 pounds. On Saturday, I filled up, from that weekend of doing duty and drinking, I was 169 pounds. So I got home, and then from Sunday through Wednesday, I got down to 152. I got lighter than I meant to get because I thought I was so afraid my scale was overweight. And I had a really funny experience taking Ambien and doing stuff I didn't remember to try to sleep through the hunger and the that's a different conversation. It's very dangerous to take Ambien if nobody is watching around you to make sure you don't do silly things.
Right.
And this was my first 10-round fight. I hadn't fought in 15 months. Do you remember Anthony Mason from the Knicks?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's one of my closest. He was my family. I was by his side for his last 3 weeks. I missed maybe 3 days when he was in the ICU at NYU. I was by his side. He was supposed to walk me out to the ring for that fight, and the times when he was awake, even though he had the tubes, and I would tease him. I'm like, Mace, we got this big title coming, baby. You gotta get healthy. You gotta get healthy. You gotta bring it. We gotta beat these jokers down. Come on, I need you healthy. I need you healthy. And I said, I bet you never thought you'd have a light-skinned brother as your family, did you? And he would have a little smirk with the mouthpiece, with the tube in, a little smirk start coming up. I remember the nurses came over. They're like, you know, Boyd, you need to go sit down. You're getting him a little too excited. It was so funny though. I was like, I'm sorry. So through that, because he left his body in February, I think it was February 28th.
Yeah.
John Starks and Herb Williams became very close, and they walked me out to the ring to represent him. And then Anthony Mason's son, Antoine Mason, who just signed to play professional ball overseas in Greece. He's leaving December 19th, has become my biological younger brother. He walked me out, having all three of them walk me out, having it in White Plains, having it in Rye, which is in Westchester, where I finished high school, even though Brooklyn originally. Having some friends from high school that never watched me box, having everybody there.
It just happened.
And I made the darn weight, which I couldn't believe after being so high. And then I fought the best fight I had as a pro. I remember I made the choice, and I had a lot of friends from Westpoint fly into town to come watch, my classmates. I made the choice that I was not going to get tired that day, and I made the choice that I don't want to die for this, but whatever's going to happen is going to happen, because I need to have this, because I need this to help inspire.
So you put it all on the line?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything you had?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So
and you continue to do that every day. I know you bring it time after time, whether you're speaking at a speaking engagement, where you're motivating kids, where you're boxing in the ring, where you're doing something for charity. You have a tenacity about you that just, it emanates the room, and you walk in and it's like, there you are. You show up in life. You do. It's good. It's a good thing. You know, not everybody shows up, you know. Sometimes people are just like so superficial, and they're so like just, you know, same day, different stuff, you know, whatever. But when you walk into the room, you show up. Can I hold that?
Sure.
Is it heavy?
Sure. It's a little heavy. It's heavy. Everyone always comments, say.
Oh, no, it is. That's legit, man.
It gives me credibility that is heavy. So that's the junior middleweight, WBC, it's World Boxing Council, United States Championship, not the World Championship. Floyd Mayweather in my weight class is the World Championship. It's not the World. It's the United States Championship, and there are other belts above that before you get to the World. But on my bucket list, it was to fight a 10-round fight and to fight for a title, and I achieved that. The last thing was to fight on national television. There's a very initial talks right now about possibly doing a reality show leading up to my next fight. My good buddy Darren Reed is the producer of Bar Rescue, and He's very interested. And then Lou DiBella, who is a boxing promoter, my promoter, and he also helped produce Rocky VI and Southpaw. He's very interested.
Could
And
be a
if-
good story,
if I was
especially
you-
since you're donating your
Yeah.
winnings. You know, who
And then-
does that? You might be the only boxer that does that.
I always believe that the universe conspires to take care of you based off what you put out into it. I will be provided for in this world.
100%.
Whether I know where it's going to come from or not, it will.
Absolutely. Always. So it's such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
I'm so
Team
glad we
Fight
met.
to Walk. I'm so
Yes.
happy we met too.
right,
I've been waiting for
team-
this day since the gala.
Team Fight to Walk.
Team FIGHTTOWACK. TeamFightToWalk.com. We need to raise $1.4 million more to have this clinical trial that the doctor already submitted for FDA approval about 3 weeks ago, the application. We're asking 1.4 million people to go to this site and give $1. So if you're watching, where's this camera?
They're all everywhere.
If whoever's watching, Team Fight to Walk, I get punched in the face and risk my life for this, $1. Watch this, go to that website, $1. If you're watching this, and don't say, oh, it's only my dollar, I'll let somebody else do it. If everybody thinks that nobody gives $1,
Right.
I will find you.
There you go. Bring me your jaw.
There
All
we
right. We can knock it out. Yes, we can. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up.